Take 357. So we did this one earlier, but it was in slow motion. So you're right. So rolling pin. So we're now moving on to the knee. So the previous video addressed the hip joints. The subsequent video will address the ankle. With your rolling pin, we're going to create a fulcrum behind the back of the knee. So if you're struggling with tightness, generalised tightness around the knee joints, this will be a good one to just generally open up your knee joint and create better flexion, which is when your heel comes towards your bum. So rolling pin as high as you can into the back of the knee, sit back, grab your ankle, and then try and bring your heel as close towards your bum as you can do. Now we're not holding this stretch or this mobilisation, we're going to oscillate in and out of it. So 60 seconds, this position, swap over, other leg, 60 seconds, and that should take away some of that tightness that you're feeling, the generalised tightness around the front of the knees. If it's more top of the knee, which is a common complaint that we tend to hear a lot from when people are on the hack squats and leg presses, it tends to almost feel like it's bruised above here. That's because this is where your quadriceps tendon sits and this is your suprapatellar pouch. So your knee joint actually extends as high as that. So it's quite a long way from the patella. With your lacrosse ball, I'm going to place the lacrosse ball just above the kind of superior aspect of the patella, the top of the patella. We're going to allow ourselves to sink down onto the ball. We're going to roll around until we find a little bit that feels uncomfortable. And then once we find that bit, we're then going to start to try and mobilise with a bit of movement. The first few times you do this, it's going to feel pretty uncomfortable and pretty stiff. But as you work into this, as you can see, my heel starts to come slightly closer towards my bum. So we start to open up the joints, we start to break down some of those tight soft tissues above the knee joints, and we therefore create better movement to the knee. So those two pieces, the flexion gapping and the lacrosse ball suprapatellar smash, might address your knee problems.